Hey y'all, it's Susie, and I am so glad you're here today. Today we're going to be doing our second update to the Deck of Panning Project Pan, and let's see what kind of progress we made today. In a short version, Deck of Panning is a project pan that was created by Emily over at Emily and Max from a booktuber that she saw doing a project pan process for her book reading. I guess is the best way I could, I'm sure I messed that up, but we'll figure it out. So she turned it into a project pan for us makeup users. On our last roll in, we rolled in everything new. Everything new was going out and everything new was coming in. And that's not the case this time. So first off, 8 of spades is our in it for the long haul, which is the Soft Glam Satin Foundation. And I want to use at least a fourth of this. Now, when I rolled this in, I weighed it, and it was 36.42. So being that weight, and now it weighs, I just weighed myself, and I took a picture, but I need to see it for myself. Now we're at 35.03. So it's used a little more than a gram, almost a gram and a half is what's been used on here. And that's 3 uses. I used this 3 times last check. So I've tried marking it on here, but with this covering, you can't really see through it. Like with the poreless putty primer, the liquid poreless putty primer, you can, I'm literally right at the tip of the blue. I can see through the rest of it to know how full it is. But this reflective part stops you from being able to see through. So we're for sure not below this part here. We're not below the black yet. So we're just going to keep using it. I would say I'd probably want it to get at least to about here if I was guessing where I'd want it to be. So until it gets below this where I could see where we're at, we're just going to keep going with it. So that one is still in. Another one that is still in, which may end up being in it for the long haul, is the Julep eyeshadow stick. And it is a pretty red. It's pretty red. It's for metallic, I believe this one was. Okay, I didn't say what the use was. It was the 9 of spades, but I believe it was something metallic. And that's what I had picked for this one. No uses, so it's still in it as well. And then we got the diamonds, the 6 of diamonds, which it matches my shirt color. And at the time, I was wearing a brown shirt, I believe it was, or something similar. I can't remember. We were using the Kosas Wet lip gloss, and I've used it. I wanted to use it 10 times. I've used it 8, but it got set off to the side, and I kind of forgot about it for a minute. So I still need to use it 3 more times. The very next one we got was the Jack of Hearts, and that was an indie brand, and we had got the One Size Turn Up the Base concealer or foundation. And that one I did get done. I only wanted to use it 5 times. I think I might have used it more because I'm pretty sure it was brand new. Maybe used maybe once. And it's got a pretty significant, like, dip in this area. So I don't know, because I kept thinking I'd used it, but I'm telling you, if I don't jot it down and I just throw my makeup wherever, it just goes on with the day. So anyhow, this has definitely been used 5 times. So this one is rolling out. And we got the Ace of Spades, which also was a baby goal, which was, okay. Well, I threw the package away, so, yeah, I threw the package away. It was the little, Laura Mercier foundation, was a little travel size. So I used it twice. I actually used it a little more than twice. I used it twice and a half, but on the next one, there wasn't enough to do a full look, so I just didn't even count it. So that one's done. So those two are coming out. All right, so this is my friend's deck, and this is the Joker that is not in the game. And we're going to go through here and find the Joker that is in the game. Potentially. Ugh. It may have been up towards the top. Oh, no. And it wasn't super close to the top. We still had some left, but there it is. That's the one that's staying in the cards. So it gets put in, and then I will, we'll put it in there, and there we go. Kind of souse it up a little bit, and then I'll just do it 3 times, and then we're going to go, because this gets super loud, and I try to minimize how loud it gets, but it's kind of hard because I don't have a great editing software. The editing software that I use is pretty much basic. I have to do it all the bells and whistles myself. So, and having to relearn is kind of crazy. So that's a third one. All right, now we're gonna slice that one, and we're gonna slice that one. All right. So we'll just have it right here. Pull it up, and then I will pull it up, say what it is, and then we'll go on from there. All right. So the next one is the 4 of Diamonds. And the 4 of Diamonds is Spotlight a Panner. So that's pretty exciting. All right. And the next one is, all right, the 9 of Hearts. And the 9 of Hearts has a pan. Well, that limits what I can do. All right, let me go grab those, and I'll be right back. So, technically speaking, I'm pretty new to makeup world, YouTube and stuff like that. So I don't technically have any hardcore friends in the makeup world. So it's basically just me and my husband that do most of the chitty chatting. But I do watch a few people, and I'm going to use the where's it at? All right, and so my 4 of Diamonds, I watched some videos. I watched videos of Still Steph, and she's doing a, let me call it, it's Pan That Palette that she's doing in that Pan That Palette, she was doing the Sultry palette. So I kind of am trying to find excuses to use this, because with everything that I'm going on, the use of my Sultry palette is getting not as much use as I'd like to. So she has this as her project pan, and so I am going to use it as my project pan. And so this, I'm going to make it as my item, and you know, realistically, I'd like to at least hit pan in this one right here. I know that's pretty, I'd like to hit pan in Twig. Is that Twig? Yes. I'd like to hit pan in Twig. That would be a really great thing to do. So I'm going to put that on here, and that's going to put me really crunching down on the Sultry palette, which I need to do. So I'm going to hit pan on the Twig shade, and which is ironic, because the other thing that I had was the 9 of Hearts was my other card, and it has pan. And I kind of was going to use it for that one as well, but I want to get a little bit more pan on my Natasha Denona highlighter. So I don't know how much I would want on this. I think I'm going to just put it at 5 uses. I think 5 is it's a very big number for me on here, but I will use this 5 times, and I will hit pan in Twig in my Sultry palette. And I'm also going to be working on my other projects. So I think that's going to be the gist of it. It's really great having y'all stop by. I hope y'all comment in the sections. I hope we get to know one another. If y'all have any ideals or things to say, things to share, hit me up. All right, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.